I've been drinking tea lately. You know what goes with tea? Scones. Let's make some.
When the cauldron bubbles, you know there's trouble. Hellhounds will howl. Fat cats are on the prowl. Candy and snacks as far as I can see. Welcome, my random friends, to Vlogoween.
Welcome back to Random Reads. We are in the kitchen, and I'm struggling with this video. I'm going to be honest with you, because that's what I do. I am struggling big time. I'm trying to make this video because this is something that I do every year, is make this particular thing. But as I'm already starting, it was a struggle getting ready. The child didn't want to go down for a nap. I'm having a hard time catching my breath. Yay, anxiety! So we're going to make a joke about it and push forward. Anyways, calm down. I've got some tea. It's not chamomile. I should have probably had chamomile to calm me down. But it's decaf, so there's that. So what we're doing today. I have this cookbook that I use for around Halloween times. One of the recipes is apple scones, which is perfect for this time of year. Now, normally I wait until the night before Halloween to make these. I don't know, I guess my brain's like, oh, have scones, apple scones for breakfast for Halloween. But it's okay, because I've got plans for Halloween, so we'll do this now, because I want to break these videos up into a couple different videos, because I've got other recipes that I do for Halloween. Okay. So I haven't been recording very much, if you might have noticed. There's reasons. Can't get into them yet, but there's reasons. And I appreciate those who have watched some of my older videos, caught up. You know, I take this time to catch up on the plethora of videos that I have. And thank God for TikTok drafts. So I still kind of am being social media active, but definitely not as much as I'd like to be. So I am trying to get back into it. What better way than to stress myself out and get into a kitchen? But anyways, so we're going to make apple scones. And the recipe says any type of apple. I usually end up using just whatever apple I have or can get to at the time. I don't think I've used the same apple twice, but these are ambrosia apples. And these are mine and Alice's favorites. So we usually have them all the time. This is supposed to make 3 dozen, this recipe. However, I don't make scone shapes. I make Halloween shapes. Because I'm extra. Actually, I'm not extra. I couldn't figure out how to make a scone shape when I first started making this recipe, so it became kind of a tradition to use the Halloween cutouts. So I've got a ghost, I'm not sure if that's a pumpkin or an apple now that I'm looking at it. We might have to change that one out, because I do have a pumpkin. But I don't think this is it. And a witch hat. Sometimes I do like the cat or vampire tea. Just depends on how the mood I am, but I've always done ghosty ghosts. Fun fact about apples. Take this information however you would like to. In this recipe that I am using, you can use apples to predict the future. Did you know that? Bringing this into the Hollywood side of things, if you've seen the original Charmed, there's an episode that was for Halloween where the sisters go back in time to the old days and they learn more about the nature of the magic. There's one spell, I don't know if you want to call it a spell, that Phoebe used with an apple to determine who her soulmate is. If you peel an apple while you're thinking of true love in your mind, and then as you continue to cut a long piece of peeling, and then you throw it over your shoulder, usually they did it in like water, they tossed it in the water. whatever the form it would shape would be the letter of your soulmate. I find this funny that they did this, and I guess I could understand why, because it was easy to do. But when Phoebe did it, it formed a C. I don't know, I tried this a long time ago, but I don't know how many shapes you can make with an apple peel. C just seemed like a standard, easy thing to do. But obviously it was for C for coal, so yay, happiness. Anyways, I've spent way longer on trying to do this intro for this video, so let's get started. So we do have to peel and mince this, and no, I'm not going to be doing the whoosh because I don't need to. Anyways, it's been a challenge to get here in this video, let me tell you what. And I have a feeling that I'm going to be interrupted again a couple of times because, one, the child is probably going to wake up sooner than I want her to, because that's usually how that goes. And the dogs are outside right now. See, I can't even, like, this is the longest I can get to peel. Not showing you my peeling skills because you know I cannot peel. But the dogs are outside, so they might want to interrupt me and come in. We'll see. So. Okay, that took entirely too long to do. But now you have minced apples. So then, we will preheat the oven to 400. And in a bowl, we are going to mix flour, which we need 2 cups of flour. Okay, got 2 cups of flour in a mess. Then we need 2 tablespoons of sugar. Baking powder, we need 3 teaspoons. Of course I don't have my glasses or my contacts in, so that's who I am. Half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And half a teaspoon of salt. And nothing wants to work today. Yay! This is supposed to make me happy. This is not making me happy. Believe it or not. With a pastry blender, cut in the shortening. That's a terminology that Casey doesn't know, so we're just going to do what we can. So we'll need 6 tablespoons of that. First, I'm going to mix this up and go from there. So I don't have a pastry blender. I have whatever this is. So I'm going to try to use that and see if it works. I don't remember what I used to use. I think I just mixed it in. And just hope for the best. I don't know. But we need 6 tablespoons of vegetable shortening. Make sure that you are subscribed. Click the little bell notification and share. Like, do all the things. Alright, so now we're going to make a mess of this. We're going to cut this in. Sure, there's bakers out there that are just cringing at what I'm doing right now. Especially because I don't think this is doing anything good for my bowl. All over my hands again. So then we need to add a 1/4 cup of apple juice. And then we need a 1/2 cup of raisins. Which this raisin thing will probably just go to waste after this. I don't know, maybe I'll try to make like oatmeal raisin cookies or something. Probably one of those little boxes that you get would have done fine, but they don't sell those individually. Do something that I hate doing. Again, any professional pastry chef or just a better cook than I am is watching this. How does this make you feel? Once it gets to a certain point of just trying to mix it, it just doesn't want to mix anymore. So I don't know if this is the proper way of doing it, but this is the way that I'm doing it. Crummy mess. Why do I make these every year? It makes me happy. To eat them. Not to make them. To eat them. And like, I mean, I guess this is kind of therapeutic. You could just pretend this is the brains of your enemies. You squish. Squish. You won't subscribe to my channel? Squish. Casey's laws are mine. Okay, so now that we've got this ball of dough, and I have done more exercise in this past hour than I have in the past 2 weeks. I'm exhausted. Then we're gonna roll this out, and I'll be back. I forgot to add the apples, you guys. You guys, I forgot to add the apples. Yeah. We were just gonna have raisin scones. It's like, I feel like I'm missing something, and then I look over and I saw the bowl of apples, and I was like, I am forgetting something. And the apples kind of give it more moisture. Which I don't know if it's a good thing or not. If you're following me for cooking tips, you're out of your mind. This is just for entertainment purposes only. How bad can Casey screw up a recipe? Well, this one I don't usually screw up too bad. Nobody really likes them. They're kind of bland, but I like them. You know, they're good with like apple butter. Need to get some apple butter. I'll have to get some of that tomorrow. Alright, so. And we're going to roll this out a little bit. and make our Halloween shapes. Probably should put flour on it. But I hate flour. What are you doing, Casey? Oh. And then they go in the oven for about 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes of them being in the oven, I let them cool off for a little bit, but nice and brown on the bottom there. And maybe if I could do the shapes that I'm supposed to, they would all cook a little evenly, but we don't do that here at Random Reads. But yeah, so this is my little ghosty Halloween scone. And the thing about these, and I already tried one, but I'm going to eat another one on camera for you. They're not super sweet. You get the sweetness from the apple juice and the apples, and obviously the raisins. But if you're looking for like a super sweet, like cupcake type thing, these are not it. But something nice and yummy to go with a cup of tea. These are great. I was thinking about making like an icing for them, but I have exceeded my energy level for today. So I'm gonna eat them like this. At least he waited until I was towards the end of the video. I don't know, have a headless ghost. I hear you. You can wait a second. He can be outside for an hour. Fine, no problem. The second he wants to come in, he acts like the world is ending. So yeah, usually I'll have these with like apple butter. Just apple butter on top. I mean, any kind of jelly, jam, or anything would taste good on these. But, so these are my traditional apple Halloween scones that I make every year. That nobody asks me to. I hope you enjoy this video. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Make sure that you're following me on all the social medias because I post random stuff at random places at random times because we're Random Reads. So make sure that you're following me on all the things. I have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, just anything's at Random Reads. Links down in the description. Yeah, I hope you have a random day. See you later.